On Halloween night in the USCFL, the comic strip All-Stars and the Hanna-Barbera All-Stars delivered a game that mixed momentum swings with late drama. Hanna-Barbera struck first in the opening quarter, as Vanity Smurf put them on the board with a 27-yard field goal to go up 3-0. In the second quarter, Hanna-Barbera took control. Daphne Blake powered in a 10-yard touchdown run, opening up a two-score lead, 10-0. Right at the 2-minute warning, Daphne threw a 1-yard scoring pass to Scooby-Doo to go up 17-0 at halftime. The comic strip All-Stars answered in the third. Blondie Bumstead connected from 17 yards to get them on the board and trail 17-3. Hanna-Barbera closed the quarter with authority. Vanity Smurf drilling a 48-yard field goal to go up 20-3. The fourth quarter belonged to the comic strip All-Stars' persistence. Blondie Bumstead added a 42-yard field goal to trail 20-6. After Charlie Brown left the game with an injury, BC took over, found Hiram High Flagston on a 12-yard touchdown pass to pull them within striking distance 20-13. With under 4 minutes left, Blondie Bumstead kept the pressure on with another 42-yard field goal to trail 20-16. Under the 2-minute warning, Hanna-Barbera sealed it. Wilma Flintstone broke through for a 12-yard touchdown run to close the door and led 27-16. The Hanna-Barbera All-Stars emerge from the Halloween Bowl with the win 27-16. The USCFL Thanksgiving Bowl opened with early fireworks as Disney struck first in the opening quarter. Mickey Mouse capped off the drive with a 5-yard touchdown pass to Kuzco from the Emperor's New Groove, giving Disney the early lead 7-0. But the response was immediate and electrifying. Just 11 seconds later, Panthro of the Thundercats took the kickoff back 102 yards for the touchdown, flipping the momentum instantly and igniting the 80s All-Stars sideline, and tied the game at 7. Disney answered late in the first quarter as Buzz Lightyear powered in from 2 yards out, restoring the Disney advantage, and went up 14-7 at the end of the first quarter. The only score of the second quarter, Disney added to their lead with a 44-yard field goal by Ariel, extending the margin as the teams headed toward halftime 17-7. The third quarter turned into a defensive stalemate, and the score remained 17-7. Early in the fourth, the 80s All-Stars closed the gap as Bumblebee connected on a 36-yard field goal to bring them back within striking distance 17-10. But once again, Buzz Lightyear delivered for Disney. A 9-yard touchdown run midway through the fourth quarter gave them breathing room 24-10. And in the closing minutes, Buzz Lightyear put the game away, scoring his third touchdown of the day on a 4-yard run, sealing Disney's Thanksgiving Bowl victory 31-10. But in a bonus play, which turned out to be the play of the game, with under 2 minutes left, Jem, trying to get a score, fired a deep pass intended for Chitara of the Thundercats. With the ball deflected, it landed in the hands of backup receiver Scarlett of G.I. Joe with the longest play of the day. The Christmas Bowl opened with Filmation striking first. Spinnerella punched it in from 1 yard out early in the opening quarter, leading 7-0. Here is a bonus highlight. Robin of DC Comics, trying to get a first down, fumbles the ball. It's picked up by Filmation linebacker Katra and runs into the end zone from 55 yards out. However, a clipping penalty against Filmation negated the touchdown. DC Comics answered later in the first, as Wonder Woman connected with Power Girl on an 8-yard touchdown pass, tying the game at 7 and setting the tone for a back-and-forth holiday showdown. The second quarter began with Filmation regaining the lead 10-7 on a 24-yard chip shot field goal by Adora. DC Comics responded midway through the quarter as Batgirl drilled a 38-yard field goal to pull the game back, even at 10-all. Just before halftime, Filmation delivered a key strike as She-Ra found Peekaboo on a 7-yard touchdown pass with seconds remaining, giving Filmation the momentum heading into the break 17-10. With Wonder Woman out of the game with an injury, Black Canary took over and launched a 38-yard touchdown pass to the Flash, tying the game again at 17. Filmation answered late in the third quarter with another Adora field goal from 26 yards out, keeping the Christmas Bowl close heading into the final period, 20-17. Early in the fourth quarter, DC Comics surged ahead once more, as Hawkman powered in from 9 yards out to get a late lead, 24-20. She-Ra isn't called the Princess of Power for nothing. Throwing a screen pass to Glimmer, she turned it into a 76-yard touchdown run, taking over the lead 27-24. Moments later, She-Ra went back to Peekaboo, connecting on a 10-yard touchdown pass to widen the gap 34-24 with over 7 minutes left in the game. And in the closing minute, She-Ra sealed the Christmas Bowl, finding glimmer again on a 3-yard touchdown pass, closing out a dominant fourth-quarter performance for her third straight victory over Wonder Woman, 41-24. The New Year's Bowl started in dramatic fashion. The classic cartoon All-Stars struck first. On the last play of the first quarter, Heckle jumped in front of a bloom pass and returned the interception 9 yards for a pick 6, giving the Classics the lead 7-0. In the second quarter, the modern cartoon All-Stars began to respond behind the leg of Sailor Moon. A 43-yard field goal put the modern team on the board and trailed 7-3. Then followed later by a 22-yarder that narrowed the gap 7-6. The Classics answered late in the half. Woody Woodpecker connected with Chilly Willy on a 21-yard touchdown screen pass to go up 14-6 with 55 seconds left in the first half. And just before halftime, Underdog drilled a 46-yard field goal, sending the Classics into the break with a 17-6 lead. The third quarter belonged to Sailor Moon. She opened the half with a booming 54-yard field goal to trail 17-9. Minutes later, she added another from 21 yards out, her fourth of the game, keeping the modern team within reach 17-12. The Classics pushed back once more, as Woody Woodpecker capped off a drive with a 2-yard touchdown run to maintain the lead 24-12. In the fourth quarter, the modern team finally broke through. Bloom of the Winx Club powered in from 1 yard, out early in the quarter, swinging the momentum and trailed 24-19. Sailor Moon kicked her 5th field goal of the game, a 37-yarder that pushed the modern team and trailed 24-22 with over 10 minutes left in the game. With under 4 minutes left, Kenny McCormick of South Park ran in from 7 yards out without getting killed. Darn those bastards. The modern team tried for 2, but failed. But they held on to win 28-24 to close out 2025 for the first victory in the USCFL for 2026. Midway through the first quarter, Warner Brothers strikes first. Yucko Warner of Animaniacs scoops up a loose ball and takes it 60 yards to the house, giving Warner Bros. The early lead, 7-0. Minutes later, it was Fox's turn to pick up a fumble. Bender Rodriguez of Futurama jumps on a fumble and returns it 10 yards for the touchdown, tying the game at 7 and swinging momentum back to Fox. Late in the first quarter, Fox goes to the ground. Philip J. Fry, also of Futurama, powers in from 1 yard out, and the Fox All-Stars takes the lead 14-7. Warner Brothers responds in the second quarter. Daffy Duck punches it in on a 3-yard touchdown run, tying the score again at 14. Fox comes right back, and they go big. Bart Simpson launches an 80-yard touchdown pass to Lisa Simpson, putting Fox back in front in spectacular fashion to lead 21-14. Fox adds to the lead before halftime. Milhouse Van Houten of The Simpsons connects on a 38-yard field goal, extending the Fox advantage 24-14. On the last play of the first half, Warner Brothers delivers a stunner. Raven of the Teen Titans steps in front of a Bart Simpson pass and takes it 100 yards for a pick six, setting a new personal and team record as Warner Brothers trailed at halftime 24-21. The only score of the third quarter came from Milhouse Van Houten, who drilled a 31-yard field goal, giving Fox a narrow lead, 27-21. Early in the fourth, Fox adds more insurance. Milhouse knocking through a 47-yard field goal to extend Fox's lead 30-21. Warner Brothers makes one final push. Bugs Bunny connects with the Roadrunner on a 35-yard touchdown pass, but it wasn't enough as Fox held on to win 30-28.
DreamWorks scored first as Fiona threw a 21-yard pass to Rita Malone from flushed away for the touchdown. DreamWorks leads 7-0. Three minutes later, Matai of Captain Planet connects on a 42-yard field goal. DreamWorks leads 7-3. About 30 seconds later, Jughead Jones of Archie Comics steps in front of a Fiona pass and returns it 27 yards for a touchdown. DIC takes the lead 10-7 after the first quarter. Early in the second quarter, Balthazar Hellman from Neighbors from Hell makes a 23-yard field goal to tie the game at 10. Just 7 seconds later, the fastest score in USCFL history, Staabi from Monsters vs. Aliens intercepted a sonic pass and took in from 24 yards out to lead 17-10. Less than 3 minutes later, Matai drills a 49-yard field goal as DreamWorks led 17-13. Then DreamWorks kicker went on a spree. Balthazar connects from 29 yards as DreamWorks led 20-13. Then with 51 seconds left in the half, Balthazar makes a 27-yard field goal as DreamWorks led 23-13. As time expires, Balthazar adds a 26-yard field goal. DreamWorks led 26-13 at halftime. Early in the third quarter, Miguel from the road to El Dorado powers in from 2 yards for the touchdown. DreamWorks tried for 2 points and failed. However, they led 32-13. Six minutes later, Matai answers with a 21-yard chip shot. DreamWorks led 32-16. With about 9 minutes left, Mati kicks his fourth field goal, this time from 38 yards. DreamWorks led 32-19. More than 4 minutes later, Balthazar makes a 32-yard field goal, his fifth of the game. DreamWorks led 35-19. With under 3 minutes left, Sonic the Hedgehog throws a 7-yard touchdown pass to his castmate Knuckles. DIC tries for 2 and failed. DreamWorks held on to win 35-25. The International Women's Day game opened with the red team striking first. April O'Neil powered in from 3 yards out to cap the drive and took the early 7-0 lead. The blue team answered quickly. Quarterback Izzy found Kitty Catswell of Nickelodeon on a 28-yard touchdown pass, tying the game at 7. Late in the first quarter, Batgirl put the blue team ahead with a 19-yard field goal, giving them a 10-7 advantage. Midway through the second quarter, Batgirl extended the lead again, drilling a 45-yard field goal to make it 13-7 blue team. But the red team kept it close. Sailor Moon connected from 33 yards out, trimming the deficit to 13-10. With 20 seconds left, April O'Neil struck again. She bulldozed into the end zone from 3 yards out for her second touchdown of the game, and the red team reclaimed the lead 17-13. Here is the first of 2 bonus highlights. Right at the end of the first half, Izzy fired a Hail Mary pass only for it to land in the hands of Judy Jetson of Hanna-Barbera as the red team led 17-13 at halftime. The third quarter turned into a fireworks show. Right out of the gate, April O'Neil completed the hat trick, her third touchdown run from 3 yards out, pushing the red team ahead 24-13. But the blue team responded immediately. Black Widow of Marvel Comics broke loose on a 27-yard touchdown run, cutting the deficit to 5. The blue team tried for 2 and failed as the red team led 24-19. About 4 minutes later, Batgirl showed off her powerful leg with a 50-yard field goal, bringing the blue team even closer, 24-22. Then Izzy went back to the air. She connected with Betty Boop on a 5-yard touchdown pass, giving the blue team the lead once again. The blue team tried the 2-point conversion again and failed again, and the score remained 28-24. And the momentum kept building. Izzy launched a deep strike to Gwen for a 47-yard touchdown, and suddenly the blue team surged ahead 35-24 after an explosive third quarter. But the red team wasn't finished. April O'Neil delivered the biggest play of her night, punching in her 4th rushing touchdown, this time from 9 yards out, and she set a new record by becoming the first running back to score a touchdown in every quarter. The red team tried the 2-point conversion, and it was good, and trailed 35-32 with under 13 minutes left. Batgirl answered once more, hammering an incredible 58-yard field goal, her 4th to push the blue team ahead, 38-32. Then came the decisive moment. With just under 2 minutes remaining, Jem found Disney Bowl MVP Chitara on a 5-yard touchdown pass, and the red team reclaimed the lead 39-38. Moments later, after a blue team turnover, Sailor Moon added a 35-yard field goal with 59 seconds left. Here is the second bonus play. Izzy found an open jubilee of Marvel Comics in the end zone. The ref signaled the catch was incomplete. A booth review upheld the call as the red team won in a thriller 42-38.
The St. Patrick's Day Bowl got off to a fast start, and it was Nickelodeon making the first big play. Azula from Avatar, The Last Airbender, stepped in front of a She-Hulk pass and took it all the way for a 65-yard interception return touchdown, giving Nickelodeon the early lead, 7-0. Later in the quarter, Sam Manson of Danny Phantom added a 42-yard field goal, extending the advantage 10-0. Marvel Comics responded with a huge play of their own. She-Hulk launched a deep pass downfield, and Jubilee of the X-Men hauled it in for an 82-yard touchdown, putting Marvel on the board, trailing 10-7, and she made up for her out-of-bounds catch in the International Women's Day game. In the second quarter, Nickelodeon continued to build momentum. SpongeBob SquarePants connected with Katara from Avatar, The Last Airbender, on a 13-yard touchdown pass, pushing the lead further 17-7. But Marvel Comics answered right back. Wolverine powered his way into the end zone on a 16-yard touchdown run, keeping the game within reach 17-14. Nickelodeon then relied on the leg of Sam Manson, who delivered from distance twice, first from 35 yards out. And then again, from 29 yards, just before halftime. At the break, Nickelodeon had the lead 23-14. The third quarter belonged to Marvel Comics. Black Widow finished off a drive with a 1-yard touchdown run, cutting the deficit 23-21. Then Spider-Woman added a 35-yard field goal, and suddenly it was a 1-point game, 24-23. In the fourth quarter, Nickelodeon responded. Sam Manson came through once again with a 48-yard field goal, giving Nickelodeon a bit of breathing room, 26-24. But Marvel Comics wasn't done. She-Hulk found Jubilee again, this time on a 9-yard touchdown pass, bringing Marvel Comics within striking distance. Marvel Comics tried to go for 2 and failed. However, they led 30-26 with over 10 minutes left in the game. With just over 2 minutes remaining, Nickelodeon delivered the final blow. SpongeBob SquarePants connected with Sandy Cheeks on a 2-yard touchdown pass, sealing the victory. In a hard-fought and exciting contest, Nickelodeon defeats Marvel Comics 33-30 in the St. Patrick's Day Bowl.